Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And this is going to be an epic show. The big ass glasses here. There are massive wines, as you can tell, on the table. Two big boys, Penfolds, Grange, and Sassicaia. Two of the more sought after, just like playing with them, two of the more sought after collectible wines in the world. They've been decanting for about 6 hours, so they're young wines, so we've given them every preferential treatment we can. And there are a crap load of names, about 1,000 plus, maybe even more, a couple thousand. I mean, these are really small. And we have two winners already picked for the French trip in September. You will have to email Matt Sinnemer for details. So if you're a French winner, Matt, link Matt up. And we've got two winners picked, one by me, one by Frederic. And I'm going to randomly be picking two other winners right now. I mean, the fact that I'm going to pick from this little blue dish two names, and then that means you get to go to France for free for a week, blows my mind. Matt, how about yours?
Blows my mind too.
Blows your mind. I like it. Frederic sent me an email. He did all his homework, and I'm going to start with the person that he chose. I'm going to read a little statement from Frederic from Pesquier, the guy with Enrique Ibanez who's really putting this together. First, I would like to sincerely thank the thousands of Vaniacs that attended this contest. It has been quite overwhelming to discover all the dreams, passions, love that this trip could raise in the heart and soul. Sincerely, Gary, as you might read this message on screen, all the messages reminded me why my family and I were doing this job. Sure, I want to bring the thunder into people's lives, but even a very simple joy is a great achievement for us. So, this is my turn to thank all the Pesquet supporters in the Vayner Nation in the U.S. and abroad, and all the other supporters around the country, in the world, where the community seems to have spread. It is true, the Vaniacs are all over the world, man. This is like, I mean, I know there's Macho Madness, yeah, and I know there's Hulkamania, what you gonna do? But I'm gonna tell you something, the Vaniacs, I think, have the potential to get bigger and bigger and take over those two phenomenons. Anyway. Sorry to get a little cheesy in my message. Oh, I'm sorry. The community runs. All this support is truly given sense to our work and bring joy to our hearts. Sorry to get a little cheesy, but all these messages have touched us a lot, and I wish we were not all that far and could organize one huge tasting party at Pesquier. In the meantime, my pick, though it was very difficult to choose, is entry number 389, Laura Gelman. Laura, congratulations! Laura, congratulations! You are going to France, my dear! And that is very exciting. So that we can finally break the curse between her and her beloved Ventoux. The last argument also made a difference, by the way. My car is always a mess. She mentioned how she was going to wash his car, which I thought was quite cute. Now, Laura Gelman is going to France. My turn. I read a crap load of entries. It's unbelievable, all the Vaniacs, the heart and soul out there. People coming up with lots of great things. One person calling it their lover, wine their lover. It got real steamy there. But I am going to go with Heather Weed. She lives in Switzerland, which is kind of weird. And just her entire approach was fantastic. I think she gets it. She's a photographer, so it's going to be nice to get a lot of great photos. That one, that won my heart a little bit. I think she absolutely embraces it. I think where she came from, where she's going, I think she embraced the whole embodiment. It just hit me in my heart. So Heather Weed is going. Ironic, two girls. One. I guess girls are creative. So I appreciate all the other people that entered. We're going to absolutely pick two more winners right now. Right now, two more winners. Again, you've got to email Matt for all your details. You need to get yourself to New York. We get you to France. Here is the other winner, the number 3 winner on a random pick out. And I dug in there hard. You got very lucky. This person got very lucky. Is Carl Laxo Co.
Carl. Oh my God.
That is unbelievable. Long time, Mott. Forever.
Yep.
Carl, congratulations. I don't know if you're on UStream right now. Carl is a hardcore, long-term Vaniac. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. I'm super pumped. Congratulations, Carl. Take that, Mott. And now the fourth one. Mott, take me over here as I go to UStream. Let's see if anybody in there. It's Carl with a K. Anybody Anybody in here? Ma, you were supposed to take the camera over here. You weren't supposed to move.
I'll bring the whole camera?
Yeah, no, just you were supposed to move it, not bring it there. That's where you were supposed to go. Just checking if any, Carl, is Carl in there? I don't think so. Anyway, let's go back. Now, person number 4, the last person. You know what? Before we do person number 4, I always have to get very rude and crude and tough on these contests. The next person's name I pick is going to get a Zune. How devastating for this person that they're going to get a Zune. They almost went to France, but in the last minute, my DNA, my skull said give away the Zune. Crushing, I apologize, but life is, always interesting twists and turns. The person that is getting the Zune, you email Chris Mott, C-Mott. The winner that gets the Zune is Tatiana Boko. B-O-I-K-O. Tatiana, congratulations. A Zune coming your way. And that's the way it goes. And finally, the 4th person going to France to work the harvest at Chateau Pesquier. Mott, link up the episode for the people that didn't see what we're doing here, first-time viewers, and why we're doing this is, here it is. The rest go in the trash. I mean, not that we don't value your, just want to get mixed up. Not that we don't value your entries, amazing stories, but we only can pick these winners. We got 4 free trips to France. That's pretty darn good. How many video blogs giving away 4 free trips to France, huh? Here we go. And the winner is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I almost picked this person. Susan J. Spalding. A hardcore Vaniac. Susan J. Spalding. I mean, an unreal Vaniac. This is crazy for me to randomly... This is why this show kills it. Susan, congrats. I'm so happy for you. This is unbelievable. My picking skills are unreal. Wow. Susan and Carl, 2 hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episode viewing Vaniacs. Completely stunning. Just so, just so they don't, see that we were cheating, because that's so absurd. Get in here. You can see lots of different names. Lots of, there's Deborah Bart. All the names are here. I mean,
Chris Mott.
Was Mott in here? Sean T at Live, Pete Dongme. They're all here. Shoe Swim. I just wanted to make sure, because that was so ridiculous that such long-term Vaniacs have won. Michael Harp, Gene Shu, Ken Payton, there he is. Very nice. Let's just leave that there. Wow. What a way to start the show. Now let's get into one other statement. By popular victory, the winner of the video contest and is going with me this weekend to San Francisco to watch the premiere of Bottle Shock, the new wine movie, is Owen Stone, the Eagles fan with Juice Library TV. Congratulations, Owen. Killed it. Great work. There's also about 2 or 3, maybe 4 other videos that I thought were exceptional. Didn't make the final 3 that I'm going to link up. Mott, link those up. I'll get you those after the show. I think there's some other shows, some more parodies I think you Vaniacs would enjoy. We're going to link those up below. Okay. Big thank you to America Airlines for flying out, Owen. They were co-sponsors of this event with us with Bottle Shock. We really appreciate your efforts, and I'm excited. Let's get into the wine. A lot of people coming for the first time to Wine Library TV saying, what the hell is going on here? It's an unusual little bit episode, but we had to get into the contest. Way too exciting. Let's get into the wines. First wine of the day. Let's get very serious now, because these wines deserve respect. Sassicaia, 2005, from Bulgaria. 93 points, Antonio Galani, $170 predominantly. Cabernet Sauvignon with a little bit of Cabernet Franc. It's been decanting for quite a while. I figured with such an amazing show today, let's do 2 epic wines to celebrate this amazing opportunity for 4 people going to France and Owen coming with me to the premiere of Bottle Shock. Somebody got a Zune, Mott. That was kind of interesting in the scheme of things. And so let's give this wine a sniffy sniff. Sassicaia, if you don't know, is one of the most culty, sought-after Tuscan wines in the world. A wine that really is sought after, and one that a lot of people go crazy for. Again, let's give it a sniffy sniff. A lot of fruit coming through on the nose. What's about it? I know, unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Lots and lots of fruit coming through on the nose. Tons of fruit. Really aromatically explosive. Hold on. That's funny. Yeah. There's no way I could just smell. I'm like, this is not Cab, this is Syrah. And that's the Shiraz. Sorry. Whoops. Clear. Actually, were you trying to do something, Ma? Were you trying to mix me up?
Oh, funny.
You know, actually, I got to actually blame myself. I got to be transparent. We never tasted wines before Wine Library TV, but they did get mixed up, so I tasted it real quick, and I think I got thrown off beforehand. That was definitely Syrah as it got closer to my nose. Let's give this a sniffy sniff. Sorry, crazy. All right, this is much more up the alley of what I think it's going to be. Beautiful on the nose. Clearly Cabernet, finally. I get a little bit of a eucalyptus mint component, which I'm liking quite a bit. Black licorice coming through. Actually, very heavy on the black licorice. Almost like a Ricola component coming through on the nose as well. Very interesting. Very minty, very licorice. Meltdown, pure black licorice, and that's what this smells like. Very interesting. Let's give it a whirl. Big, firm tannins. Great structure. Lovely black fruit coming throughout. I get plum skin coming through. I get a second, like, rusty brick. You know, like brick dust coming through. My parents built a lot of walls when I was growing up. They were very much into masonry. So I'm getting a lot of brick coming through on this wine. So, like, brick dust meets, you know, plums meets licorice. It comes from the nose, heavy on the nose. One of the most licoricified noses I've ever come across in wine. On the palate, though, exceptionally intense. Big, bold flavors. Tons of fruit. Very well made. Great dark tannins. Dark chocolate coming through in the back end. This is a very seductive wine. I really like this. As a matter of fact, I am actually a little bit of a Sassicaia hater. I am a little bit. But this effort brings enormous thunder. Great structure, great classic, subtle earth, dusty. You know, it's really interesting. The brick dust meets sand kind of aspect on the palate. This is a beautiful bottle of wine. Explosively elegant. I know a crap load of you are going to hit the expense account with this because that's how you guys go. You know, just a lot of people drink Italian wine. Oh, give me the Sassicaia. You know, you're just impressing. You know, that's how you roll. I get it. Doing a little bit of Vegas style. You know, I get it. So, when you do that, you're going to actually find a great effort in 2005. To me, a far superior effort than the 04, 03, 02. So, definitely, of the last four vintages, this is the Sassicaia that brings the most thunder to my palate. I'm going to go with Galoni and go 93 points on this. At 170 bones, not a screaming, oh my god, the best deal on earth, but a classic Sassicaia that should be respected, and I see this evolving over the next 12 to 15 years. To me, this is a wine that can really pair up with beef dishes, really heavy structured meals. I could see going with wild boar and, you know, really meaty, you know, Chateaubriand, like a big piece of meat, like hanger steak, like steaky kind of, you know, classic man's meals. I could see the Sassicaia doing its thing in that scenario. I like it. It's yum. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's move on. Let's give it a little bit of a whirl. Hulu. A little whirl. It's an inside joke. All right, Penfolds Grange 2003 vintage. 264 US bones. That's right. 264 US dollars. That, my friends, is a boatload of cash. Especially tougher economy. You know, you gotta be a baller. You gotta be like Chris Mott up in this piece to be able to afford these kind of wines. 94 points, Wine Spectator. Great color. Let's pour a little bit on all the maniacs that couldn't win the prize. Let's give this wine a sniffy sniff. There is an oak monster looming in this extremely expensive bottle of wine, and that's when it hurts the most. Very oaked is this wine. I get the vanilla. I absolutely get the, you know, the you know, coffee latte Starbucks thing going on, but I get a good dosage of oak, which really bothers me. Ooh, it's in there. I mean, this is a little bit of a problem with the Grange lately for me. I find that the wines get a little slightly over oaked. But let's see on the palate. I have had prior Grange young, too oaky on the nose, a little bit more refined on the palate. So let's see what's going on here. But I can't get much, guys. I'm getting black cherry soda, little black cherry soda, maybe Dr. Brown's black cherry soda. I'm getting, heavy dosage of oakage. Big wood in my mouth. I mean, wood in your mouth, could go either way in this situation. I'm not for it, and definitely a vanilla cream component. Let's give it a whirl. You have to respect what this product is. This is one of the great classic wines that built the Australian wine industry. That being said, I am completely dumbfounded by the way this wine tastes. I promise you in a blind tasting that 99.9% of you, if I lined up 17 Australian wines, let me rephrase that, 4 Australian wines at $40 to $60, that I can get the majority of you not to pick the Penfolds Grange. And more importantly, you will think they all taste similarly. So why in the world would you spend $265 or $500 on a restaurant list when you can achieve this flavor profile, which is over-oaked fruit bomb action in wines that cost $20 to $40 in Australia? This is a big concern. To me, this is a concern globally with Australia. They have not defined themselves with their own terroir. I believe that this has really hurt the Australian wine market. There's a lot of great wines coming from Australia. And I need to start focusing on Heathcote and Margaret River and some of the Adelaide and some of the other places. Along with, listen, Barossa and McLaren Vale make great wines, but the people that really don't let it get out of hand. And my opinion, just my opinion, it's only one palate, but to me, this is replicatable at a much lower price point. I find it to be too over-oaked, too much fruit. That bothers me quite a bit. Gosh, this is really disappointing. I'll be honest with you, this is borderline devastating. This is a wine I look up to. This is a wine that brings thunder to so many people's worlds. This is not wine. This to me is living on its name, its pedigree, and that's a major, major problem. It's kind of like I look at the NFL Pro Bowl, right? A lot of people get in just on brand name, like Steve Atwater. John Lynch continues, I mean, they're good players, but there's a lot of players that get in just on the pedigree of who they've been. And it kind of, even Kevin Mawai, when he was a Jet, got in 1 year. He didn't deserve it, but he had been the center, That's what I see with this Penfolds Grange. I'm sure there's a lot of actors and musicians and people in your world that that are just not what they used to be, but they're still getting the same accolades. That's what's going on with this Penfolds Grange. I, unfortunately, am going to have to score this wine 89 points. And to me, at 265 bones, to drink a Penfolds Grange that's an 89-point wine on my palate is a disgrace, is something that I have no interest in, and it really, really, really scares me where this program is going. I think it needs to redefine its terroir and not go so over the top with its oak program, and that's how I feel about this. I'm really disappointed with this wine. And I feel bad because this is a classic wine that I think a lot of people, respect, and, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of controversy from this from a lot of people, but I also feel that I'm going to get a lot of secret emails from people saying, you're right, delete this email now. This email will self-destruct in 12 seconds. Shout-outs. Happy birthday, Jennifer Pfeiffer. And also, happy birthday, Grace Pfeiffer. It's going to be her birthday in 2 days. Today is Jennifer's birthday. Grace in 2 days, the little one. She especially likes the sniffy sniff. I hear ya. Really excited about what's going on in UStream. If you're not checking us out, link that up. Doing a lot of live streaming. I've actually just that's what I was doing. That's if you weren't figuring it out. We're live streaming WineLibraryTV on UStream a lot of days now, so I hope you check that out. And other than that, I really hope that everybody's doing well. Shocking episode for me. I mean, 5 years ago, I was enamored with Grange and really down on Sassicaia. Palates change, programs change, 2 very expensive wines. I'm not confused at the luck and the privilege I have to drink such superior wines, though some may not be as superior as I thought they were going to be, and I really want to thank you for giving me that opportunity, and hopefully, maybe if you know what you like in wines, maybe I've saved you a boatload of money, and you can go out and buy a case of great wine for 264 bones. Question of the day. The single best $100 bottle of wine you've ever had. And a lot of you haven't had a $100 bottle of wine, and I don't blame you. That's a crap load of money. But if you've never had a $100 bottle of wine, what $100 bottle of wine are you most anticipating, hoping to try? Because you, and big congratulations to the 6 winners. 1 Zune, 1 trip with me. Owen, we're going to kill it. And the 4 people that are going to France for a week for free. Insane. Big congratulations to all of you. You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, whether they like it or not.